Welcome to the Universal Broadcasting Network's Hit Afternoon Show, bringing you the latest in music news, artist interviews, and more, with your hosts, Lauren Dair and Sean Lusk. This is the Music Project.
Hello.
What's up?
I'm Lauren Dair.
I'm Adam Lusk.
We have a new promo coming next week. This is the Music Project. Hope you all are enjoying your Sunday. We have a ton of concerts and music we've been listening to. So we're doing our ever famous concert review and talking about what we liked, what we didn't like, any new music we're listening to.
Which is a ton. There's a ton of new music.
A ton. And I may or may not play a new single for you guys at the end of the show.
She's gonna.
I'm gonna. Spoiler
Sick.
alert. Spoiler alert. So I went to 2 concerts 2 nights in a row.
Wow. Okay. So no need to show off.
No. I mean, and you went to Warp, so like I'm jealous AF. So what I figure we're gonna do is just kind of go back and forth. Okay. I'll do a show I did, you do a show you did, or an artist that you saw at Warped or whatever, and we'll just kind of go back and forth with who we saw and what we liked, what we didn't like.
Okay. I'm down with that.
Want
to start us off?
Coolio? Yeah, I will. So the first show that I went to a show on Thursday, and I got free tickets. It's an artist I don't listen to that much.
When do you not get free tickets? Like it seems like every time we do this, you're like, so I was just given free tickets to this show, and I'm like, God, I want free tickets.
Here's the backstory behind this, and I'll give away the artist as I do it.
Okay.
I went to this thing that they do here in Southern California called Street Food Cinema.
I've heard.
They do it in San Diego too.
I think so.
They do it in LA, San Diego, and Phoenix, Arizona.
Okay, cool.
And so they put up a big blow-up screen, and they have food trucks, and you watch a movie in the park. And so I went with a couple of friends. We went to go see Deadpool.
Nice.
And we went to go get food trucks and blah, 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 blah. And my friend saw the 98.7 booth here, which is like the alternative rock station in Southern California.
Okay.
And she wanted to go get a sticker. So I go up with her, and she's like, hey, can I get a sticker? And they're like, yeah, sure. Do you guys want tickets to see Alt J?
What? What?
And I'm like, yeah, I'll go see Alt J.
Yeah, that's pretty rad.
Sure, why not? And so she ended up not being able to go because she had to work. So
wait, so they didn't make you do anything? They just gave you tickets?
Yes.
What?
Yeah, they're like,
that's
hey,
cool.
Here's tickets to Alt J on Thursday. And I know a couple Alt J songs. I know like 2.
Right.
Yeah. I'm not like a super fan, but I know some of their stuff. And so I found a friend who really did like them. And so he came with me. We got balcony seats. It was great. The view was really good. And the openers were Son, S-H-O-N. Oh, H-O-S.
It's Sun. It's pronounced Sun.
S-O-H-N.
Yeah.
And Bishop Briggs were the openers.
Interesting. I know both of them, but I can't place the songs.
Well, Bishop Briggs does River. Like a river. It's on K-Rock all the time.
Okay, all right.
Shut your mouth and run me like a river.
I'm sure I know it.
Right. Both were really great. I know a little bit of Bishop Briggs. I didn't know a lot of Sun.
Sun's big in like San Diego.
Yeah.
Like, they're a huge 91X band.
Okay. Well, it's funny because I have said this quite a bit on this show, and I say it a little bit outside of the show. I say nothing turns me on quite like a good male falsetto.
Yeah, you say it quite a bit, yes.
Yes. He has a great male falsetto. Yes.
Ooh.
And so I was sitting at this concert with my friend, and I told him this before the show started because I'm like, I just have a feeling. Like, I have a feeling he's going to have a good male falsetto. And so he hits this high note, and I grab my friend's arm, and I'm like, he's like, are you okay? And I'm like, I am not okay. I'm very not okay. And then the funny thing is right after I said that, he sings a line that says, babe, are you okay?
And
I
looked he's speaking right at you.
And I looked at my friend and said, I am definitely not okay.
Oh, that's perfect.
His voice was beautiful. It was great. I might play a little bit of him later, but I want to play an Alt J song just because
okay.
That's the show I went to.
How did Alt J do?
Okay, so it was very interesting because, again, I didn't know a lot of the music. Musicianship was fantastic. Like, they sounded great live. They have really cool lights, a lot of cool things on stage. If you're going for, like, a crazy stage show, it's not there.
Not there.
It's not there.
Because they're all, like, music major kind of guys where they just sort of stand there and shred.
Right, exactly. So it was interesting. I liked it. I think the music was great. I had a chill time. But yeah, I think it was good. And it was very interesting going to a show where I didn't know all the songs. I didn't know most of the songs, but I was still very engaged with it.
That's good.
So, I think I'm going to play their most popular song.
Which is?
Breeze Blocks.
Okay.
Do you know that song?
Probably.
I'll play it.
I thought Left Hand Free would be there.
Well, according to Spotify, Breeze Blocks has almost 200 million plays, while Left Hand Free only has 100 million.
Oh, only.
Right.
Well, I'd like to hear Breeze Blocks then.
Okay. Well, let's go ahead and play some Breeze Blocks for you. You're gonna get down and dirty with it.
Oh, yeah, that's hot.
Very. This is Breeze Blocks by Alt J.
She may contain the urge to run away, but hold her down with soggy clothes and breeze blocks. Citrazine, your fevers greet me again. Never kisses, or do you ever send a full stop? Do you know where the wild things go? They go along to take your honey. Way down how we build our breakfast down and say, my love, 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 la la la. Muscle to muscle, to toe to toe. The fear is grip me, but here I go. My heart sings as I jump up. Your angry time, that's my heart is shining up. Do you know where the wild things go? They go on undertake your honey. Way down our sleep, build a breakfast now. Let's eat my love, love, love. She bruises calls, she splutters pistol shots. Hold her down with soggy clothes and breeze blows. She's morphine, queen of my vaccine. My love, love, love. La la la, muscle to muscle and toe to toe. The fear is grip me, but here I go. My heart sings as I jump up. Your anger turned as my shining She may contain the urge to run away, but hold her down with soggy clothes and breeze blocks. Germaline, disinfect the scene, my love, love, love. But please don't go, I love you so, my lovely. Please don't go, I love you so, I love you so. Please don't go, I love you so, I love you so. Please break my heart. Please don't go, I love you so, I love you so. Please don't go, I love you so, I love you so. Please break my heart. Please don't go, I leave you whole. I love you so, I love you so, I love you so. Please don't go, I leave you whole. I love you so, I love you so, I love you so, I love you so. I need you whole. I love you so, I love you so, I love you so, I love you so, I love you so. I need you whole. I love you so, I love you so, I love you so, I love you so. I need you whole. I love you so, I love you so, I love you so, I love you so, I love you so. I need you whole. I love you so, I love you so, I love you so, I love you so. I need you whole. I love you so, I love you so, I love you so. Please don't go. I need you whole. I love you so, I love you so, I love you so.
So as we were playing that, I was reading the genius behind the lyrics, and there were some very disturbing things that I didn't know about Alt J.
I think everyone should go read the genius behind the lyrics for these songs.
Well, there's a cool things. Like, I did not know that Alt J is what you press on a Mac keyboard to get, like, the delta symbol.
And that makes sense because their logo is the delta.
Right.
So
Right, didn't get that.
Yep, just found that out.
Makes sense though. But my favorite, what I really liked is that they have a lot of songs that are taken from books, and so that song is really from Where the Wild Things Are.
Interesting. So you also found out what a breeze block is.
Yes.
What is a breeze block?
A breeze block is something that they use during construction, almost like a concrete block. But they also noted that it was used for murdering lovers.
Ah, it makes sense.
Yeah. And there was a line that they said that the singer quoted, like, the most ideal time to listen to an alt J song is when you have your headphones on top of a really tall building and then you jump off.
Ah, he seems like these seem like weird dudes.
It was weird. It was weird, but it was good. Like, it was a good weird.
I quite appreciate the weird.
Yes, and we were, and it was at the Shrine Auditorium. I don't know if you've ever been there, but it's kind of like this old theater. Reminds me a lot of like Pantages Theater, like just very like big and grand, and had pretty cool chandeliers and things like that. So it was just like, it was a very fitting, scene.
So it's a weird place for a weird band, but a good weird.
Yes, and my last note before we move on is, you know how sometimes you go to shows and the demographics all over the place. You got kids, you got old people, you got people
like Warped Tour.
Right, yeah, you have people in all different stages. This was exclusively hipsters between the ages of like 16 and 29.
Interesting.
All very white, all dressed like hipsters, and all kind of just doing this like very awkward
the very,
dance.
very hipster dance.
Yeah, like awkward white person dance. And I just sat there and I watched so many people just like do this. And I thought I saw a friend there. I thought I saw Cameron Boyer from Weathers there.
I would not be surprised.
And I for whatever reason didn't have his number, so I texted another guy in the band. I was like, "Hey, is Cameron at Alt J?" And he's like, "Honestly, I don't know." I'm like, "Okay, it could have been him or another hipster. I'm not quite sure."
Yeah, they're all pretty hipstery.
Very hipstery.
But they're good hipsters.
Yeah.
They're good hipsters.
So to go from the other side of hipsters to emo sad children, tell us about Warped.
Warped Tour was awesome.
You went to San Diego.
Yeah, the San Diego date. I did get a little bit sunburned.
You're a little red.
Well, that's from yesterday. I worked at the dock yesterday, so.
We're going to say it's from
last
week.
Just
you got a farmer's tan.
It's the worst farmer's tan ever. In fact, for those of you who are looking, like who are watching this right now, it's actually overexposing the camera. It's pretty sad. But anyway, that's what working outside does to you. But yeah, Warped Tour is awesome.
Highlights and lowlights, because there's so many artists that play Warped Tour.
There was over 90 bands. It was so many. The thing that caught me off guard was there's a band called Futuristic that played, what the fuck? At Warped Tour? Why?
Well, okay, let's clear this up right now. Warped Tour is not what Warped Tour was 10 years ago.
I know, it's completely different now.
It's great.
But
it's so wonderful.
It still catches me off guard when I see like rap artists come and play this. I'm like, what are you doing here? This is for emo kids and screamo people.
However, Watsky played, and I'm a huge
Watsky fan. Was good.
You saw Watsky?
I saw part of his set because I was walking between two bands and I happened to walk by it and I was like, oh, Watsky's right there.
Yeah.
His backing band was amazing.
Yeah.
Those are some of the best musicians I've ever seen.
Wow.
Yeah, they were fantastic.
He's great.
Yeah. But so some of the best bands that I saw there, Neck Deep played. They were amazing. I saw a band, a more underground band called Boston Manor. They played absolutely amazing. That singer is a lunatic. It's awesome. I saw a band called Knocked Loose play, and that's a really heavy band. And I've been in a mosh pit or two. I've been in a lot of mosh pits. And that was the scariest mosh pit I've ever been in my entire life.
You're telling me a little bit about this.
Yeah, it was terrifying. There's a thing called crowd killing. So like when a mosh pit happens, it sort of just happens in the middle of the crowd. And so there's people standing around the mosh pit that don't want to be in the mosh pit, but they can't go anywhere, So they're just the wall of the mosh pit, and most of the time they don't want to be in the mosh pit. So that's why they're standing there, And so crowd killing is when you attack those people, which is not cool to do.
No, because they did not sign up to be part of it.
Exactly. That's what was happening at Knock Loose, was a lot of crowd killing and just stuff like that, But the scariest part was there was people like physically like targeting other people, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is like, I'm all for moshing. When you mosh, you're gonna throw your arms around, and if people get in the way, they get in the way. That's how moshing works. But this was, people were targeting people, and I was like, no, I don't like that. That's spooky.
Well, what I've always appreciated about hard rock metal shows, when we went to go see Self Help, whenever someone goes down, they are so protective. They
Yeah.
make sure that person gets out. It's all about having fun.
See, that's what mosh pit is. There's a total etiquette and rules of engagement, all this different stuff when you mosh. And those rules were not being followed in the Knock Loose pit. But the cool thing was that the hierarchy of the mosh pit, like, took, I don't know how to say it. They dealt with the problem.
Yeah.
So those people who were not being cool and not following the rules got dealt with, and they were just out of the pit.
That's good.
So the second half of the show was awesome, but there was a couple of guys in the beginning who were just terrifying.
Yeah.
But that's not the best part. I want to talk about Boston Manor.
Okay.
That was amazing. Like I had not really heard their music. Like my guitarist Connor is a big Boston Manor fan, and so I know a couple of their songs, and I was really into those songs. I was like, I know I'm gonna love this show because they're good. But they exceeded my expectations tenfold. They were so good, so tight, and the singer was crazy. He was jumping around, and like the look on his face was just, I'm insane, and he sounded awesome. The pit was cool too. It was not scary. It was a whole bunch of dudes who were just screaming the lyrics, and that's like one of my dreams as a musician is to have a whole bunch of people who are screaming the lyrics back at me,
right?
And there was crowd surfing, and it was just such like a positive environment. It was so awesome.
That's awesome.
So if you can, let me see that cell phone. There's
my cellular device.
Yes. So Boston Manor has their stuff out on Spotify, and that's what I've been listening to recently, and they just dropped, where is it? Hang on, I can't find it.
Technologically challenged.
Got it. It happens. So this song's called Laika. I don't like, it's Laika. No idea what it means, but it's a killer song. They also did a cover of Heathens.
Yeah.
So I don't know which one you'd prefer to hear.
Let's hear an original. Let's hear
Laika. This one, or should I do Lead Feet? Man, there's so many good songs.
Whatever floats your boat.
I'm gonna go with the more popular one. This one's called Laika. This is their most popular song.
All right.
This is a pop punk band called Boston Manor. Here we go.
They say you choose your best defense. I'm bleeding just to pay the rent. And broken dreams mean nothing when you need something just to get you through the year. And now we're moving out, so pack your clothes, your books, your down, and bring the piece of paper that I gave you back when you were all alone. Letters sent home with no return address. Got a bag full of I didn't think, and I poured your life down the kitchen sink with a Drexler yesterday. And now I'm going to be late. I'm sorry, I'm so sorry that I need it. You're so little to believe. Just tell me that you're free of the woes out of me. There's nothing more real like a bullet.
Okay, yeah. So I like that a lot because my thing is when I listen to hard rock or things that are pop punk, whatever. For me, the singing screaming ratio has to be about even. So I like things like that because the vocals are very gritty, very edgy, but it's still clean and I can understand what they're saying.
Yeah.
Which is what I like.
I get you. I thought their set at Warped Tour was awesome. He sounded just like that.
Yeah.
Like exactly like the album, which
That's
is
cool.
awesome. And I was really feeling the gritty vocals like you were talking about. Like there's this part in the second verse where it's just like the drums, bass, and then the vocals. So like the vocals are just freaking soaring above everything else. They're so prominent. But it's almost like he's just screaming into the microphone there, you know. And it sounded so good live. It was perfect.
I am sure. I'm so jealous. I still wanted to go to Warp.
Have you never been?
I've never been.
What?
No.
All right. This year, when Warped Tour comes around again, you are coming with me.
And you'll make sure I don't die.
No, of course.
I'm a small human.
Yes, you don't have to go in the mosh pits, you know?
No.
And if you do end up in a mosh pit, I will punch as many people as I need to get you out of the mosh pit.
All right, perfect.
Right.
No crowd killing.
Yeah, no crowd killing. That's not cool.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm going to play a very long song for you.
Sounds good.
For a very good reason. So, Thursday I saw Alt J.
Yeah.
I made it home at 3 a.m. because I had to drop a friend off and had to go back home. And the show didn't end until midnight. Like, it went very late. I got home at 3 a.m. I went to sleep at 3:11, and I woke up at 5.
Wow.
And had to go to my mom's office with her because we were going to see Ed Sheeran.
What? You went and saw Ed Sheeran?
I went and saw Ed Sheeran.
Oh, my gosh.
I love him.
I like just reacted to Ed Sheeran.
You also just reacted to Paramore, and I was very upset about that. And we're going to talk about that later.
Oh, gosh. I'm going to get yelled at now.
Yes. But, yes, I went and saw Ed Sheeran. And here's the thing. I met Ed Sheeran about 4 years ago.
Wow, okay. I didn't know
in
that.
the Nashville airport.
Whoa.
And he was the nicest guy. Like, we talked to him for like 10 minutes.
Oh, cool.
And he was very nice. And then I was like, hey, I'm going to miss my flight. He's like, oh, I should let you go then. I'm like...
I should let you go. Dude, that's so cool.
Like, he was such a nice guy. This was, he was popular, and it was before his second album
So
came
it
out.
was like right after the A-Team came out.
Yeah, so he was popular, and he was at
But he
Teen
wasn't
Choice or whatever.
worldwide, right?
Yeah, he was.
I mean, he was, but
he wasn't where he's at now.
Yeah, exactly. Now he's the biggest thing.
Right,
He's the bee's knees.
Super great, and he's doing 3 nights at Staples Center. He did his last night, last week. Last Friday.
Yeah, he did it last night.
Yeah, we're doing a pre-tape show, guys.
Yeah.
So it was last night for me, but it was
okay. Now I understand what you're talking about.
Last Saturday.
Gotcha.
And he's doing his whole world tour right now, and it was absolutely phenomenal.
Man, how cool is that? He can do 3 nights at Staples Center
by himself.
He
does not have a band.
It's literally just him on stage.
And a loop pedal.
Oh, that's so cool. Because I'd seen a couple live performances of Ed Sheeran,
yes.
and I wanted to know if he added bands with him or anything like that. So it's just him and a loop pedal. That is so cool. I want to be able to do that.
So his opening artist or opening act was James Blunt.
Wow.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And it was so funny because James Blunt is so self-deprecating that I love it. Like, he was like, you guys only know one of my songs, so I'm going to play all my other songs, and I might sneak that song somewhere in my set. But you're going to have to wait for it. I'm going to play a bunch of songs you don't know. And then he was talking, he's like, I wrote this song for my wife and family with Ed. Ed and I wrote this song. And my wife says that it's the best love song that Ed Sheeran ever wrote her. And then he had another one where he's like, this is the reason Ed decided to take me on tour, because I wrote this song due to our love of drinking.
Nice.
He was really great. He was really
James
fun.
Blunt's Twitter is hilarious.
And he had a band. Like, he had a full band with him.
Oh, cool.
And it was great. He's a very talented musician. Then they literally cleared the stage, and it was Ed Sheeran, a guitar, and a loop pedal.
That is so cool.
They brought out a keyboard for one song.
But that's because he needed keys, but it was still him, right?
No, so there was one. So he brought out keys for 2 songs. He brought out a little MIDI for Shape of You, because just the do 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 do. He did that. And then he's like, I was walking around backstage during one of the shows, and there's not a lot of piano here because I play guitar, But I heard one of my crew members playing piano, and I stopped him and said, "Excuse me, why didn't you tell me you could play piano?" And so I'm going to bring him out and help me with the song. And so he brings out one of his crew members, and he's like, he told me not to do this, but I'm going to do it anyway. So the crew member comes out in a Pokemon t-shirt. Like, just
so he was completely unprepared.
exactly. And he played the piano for just one song.
What song was it?
How does it feel?
Okay, I don't know.
Or how do you feel?
Got it.
And he played for the one song, and then he left. And the rest of the show was literally him on stage with a guitar and a loop pedal.
That's so cool.
It's
so
cool.
It's amazing that he can capture an audience so well, just like that.
Yeah, and built an entire song.
That's the coolest part, is he can build the song live in front of you and make it sound awesome.
Yes. It was great. So the reason I'm picking a really long song is this is the song that kind of started the loop pedal trend. And so he has a song called You Need Me, Man. Or You Need
Oh,
Me, I Don't
yes.
Need You.
I love this song.
Yes. There is a live studio version. It's 11 minutes long. I'm sorry.
I'm with it. I'm down with it.
And he improvises in the middle of it. So I'm going to play this. And this is the song he played as the last song of the night.
Okay, cool.
For his encore,
Yeah.
he did Shape of You and then this song.
Oh, cool.
Which I love. I love when artists don't do their most popular song as their very last song.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to warn you, this is not a clean song. The song has a lot, but it has one of my favorite lyrics ever. And
Yes, me too.
You know the
in the
line.
React video, I said I quoted you. Well, I didn't quote you. I just said the thing you said because you were like, "This is my favorite line," and I like.
You know which one I'm talking about.
Oh, I know exactly what line you're talking about because you're the one who showed me the line.
Right.
So.
So I'm gonna play this video. It's 11 minutes long. I apologize, but this is gonna literally show you how he builds the song from the ground up. It's him in a live room. And this is from 5 years ago.
Wow.
So this is like before he was, A-Team was starting to get popular, but like still. Sorry, that's we got an ad. But it's just really amazing to see how he builds this whole song from the ground up. And so
I'm gonna
have you seen this video?
No, I'm gonna watch it right now.
Okay, I will play it for you. So this is Ed Sheeran live room. 5 years ago. You Need Me, I Don't Need You. There's a little bit of an intro, and I apologize, but.
All right, full screen it.
I will full screen it. Here we go.
You know what? I first time I got a tuner was about 6 months ago, but I was doing gigs for about 4 years without one, and yeah, sounded terrible, but yeah, awesome.
Now I'm in town, break it down, thinking of making a new sound, playing a different show every night in front of a new crowd. That's you now. Child seems to laugh is great now. See me lose focus as I sing to you loud, and I can't, no, I won't hush. I say the words that make you blush. I'm gonna sing this now. Ow, 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 ow. See, I'm true, my songs are where my heart is. I'm like glue, I stick to other artists. I'm not you, now that'll be disastrous. Let me sing and do my thing, I move to greener pastures. See, I'm real, I do it all, it's all me. I'm not fake, don't ever call me lazy. I won't stay put, give me the chance to be free. Suffolk sadly seems to sort of suffocate me. Hey, cause you need me, man, I don't need you. You need me, man, I don't need you. You need me, man, I don't need you at all. You need me, man, I don't need you. You need me, man, I don't need you. You need me, man, I don't need you. You need me, man, I don't need you at all. You need me, man. I sing or write my own tune and I write my own verse out. Don't need another wordsmith to make my tune sell. Call yourself a single writer, you're just bluffing. Names on the credits and you didn't write nothing. I sing fast, I know that all my shit's cool. I will blast and I didn't go to Brit school. I came fast with the way I act right. I can't last if I'm smoking on a crack pipe. And I won't be a product of my genre. My mind will always be stronger than my songs are. Never believe the bullshit that fake guys feed to you. Always read the stories that you hear on Wikipedia. Musically I'm demonstrating. Whenever I form loud feels like I am meditating. Times at the Enterprise when some fella filmed me. Young singer writer like a Gabriella Toomey. Yeah, yeah. Cause you need me, man, I don't need you. You need me, man, I don't need you. You need me, man, I don't need you at all. You need me, man, I don't need you. You need me, man, I don't need you. You need me, man, I don't need you. You need me, man, I don't need you at all. You need me, man. When all I want in this cold world is to make music and use it, not to abuse it and get infected with the who's who of music. Who did it? Who is it? Who's in it? Who? What the hell does it matter? Chitter chatter, don't matter. What a yitty yada, don't matter to me. All I want is a bit addicted to hear me, but I listen to freely to be me in the city needy work. Can you hear me? Hey, so I keep singing that one up the start of this rap and shut up. The pressure from haters became invaded with sadist and just developed a hater radar. I made for the start, kept my grind in the dark. Did I pay with the remedy, kicking rhymes, the melody, Hennessy shots. All these fools on the block who said you got to be a gangster now to raise the top. Just a normal, casual, usual, everyday type of guy. My head in the sky. That shivering urban angel coming ready to die. So see the signs, stand to the side, open your eyes and take a look and realize the resurrections arise. Turn as the mist clears. I arise from my tomb in the skies. All alone, alone star. Open angel rising from the ashes, surprise. No, it's guiding and moving. Now steady, you can find me in the club. But I fill up. Mommy, I got the X, I get in the taking drugs. And I having sex, signing and making love. Come and give me a hug. Feeling again rough. You can find me in the club. But I fill up, I believe, mommy, I got the X, I get in the taking drugs. And I having sex, signing and making love. Come and give me a hug. Feeling again rough. You need me, man, I don't. You need me, man, I don't need you. 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 I've been burning, I've been burning. My eyes are red, I've been burning, I've been burning. My eyes are red, I've been burning. I've been burning on a spliff of your eye grade. My eyes are red, I've been burning. I've been burning, burning, burning now. Now where I come from morning with it is a habit. A big for bag I do, did you know I got to have it? Cause if I don't have it in my pocket, I'm going to panic. Cause like I say, where I come from is smoking is a habit. Yeah, could do that man up always up in the hood. One of the things I haven't acted like a ghetto man should. One of the things I smoking weed, yes, it makes me feel good. But I agree sense I mean it, yes, it makes me feel. But me and some man a taboo sense I mean is a drug. And if I start to smoke it, I'm gonna turn into a thug. Where come from that they talk, it could only get you mug. Where come from morning weed, it is a blessing from above. Where come from you see bonnet, women listen rubber dove. Where I come from you see bonnet, after we dust to make a love. Where come from you see bonnet when the sun starts shine. I blaze high grade weed all the time. Now my eyes are red, cause you need me, man, I don't need you. You need me, man, my eyes are red. You need me, man, I don't need you. You need me, man, my eyes are red. You need me, man, I don't need you. You need me, man, my eyes are red. You need me, man, I don't need you. You need me, man, I don't need you. lyrics, I'll be aiming it right. I won't stop till my name's in lights. The stadium heights with Damien Rice on red carpets. Now I'm on Arabian night, cause I'm young and all my brothers gonna give me advice. Long nighter, short height and I gone hyper. Never be anything but a singer-songwriter. Yeah, the game's over, but now I'm on a new level. Watch how I step on the track without a loop pedal. People think that I'm bound to blow up. I've done around about 1,000 shows, but I haven't got a house, plus I live on a couch. So you believe the lyrics when I'm singing them out? Well, from day one I've been prepared with VO5 wax from my ginger hair. So now I'm back to the sofa, giving a dose of what the future holds, cause it's another day. Rucksack for the old clothes, I've rapped with the cold flows. I'm back with the old jokes, in fact you don't know. Tracks that throw blows, I mean my punchline's relevant. If you can't keep up, you're getting on your celibate. My flow's developing, skin likes the melanin. Give me a shot of adrenaline and I get it in. Do it for the hell of it, cause ever since I hit the mainstream with the A-team, I seem to sell a bit. I took what held me back with the women, then I packaged the image, put in some content, then I sold it back as a gimmick. The fact is this, I'll end up dating actresses, wake up on dirty matches. I think I need to practice this, but I make shit happen, call me a laxative. Wheels on my shoulders, I don't even know what Atlas is. Hard bar sharp like a cactus is. I'm back to rapping back to back, cause I've been practicing. I'm back to sing this. Cause you need me, man, I don't need you. You need me, man, I don't need you. You need me, man, I don't need you. It's all you need me, man, I don't need you. 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 It's all you need me, man. I'll keep my last name forever, keep the genre pretty basic. Gonna be breaking into other people's tunes when I chase it, and replace it with the elephant in the room with a facelift. Into another rapper's shoes using new laces. I'm selling CDs from my rucksack, aiming for the paper, selling CDs from my rucksack, aiming for the majors nationwide. So adjust jackets to get the bus back. Clean cut kid without a razor for the mustache. I hit back when the pen hurts me. I'm still a choir boy in a Fen church tea. I'm still the same as a year ago, but more people hear me though, according to the MySpace and YouTube videos. I'm always doing shows. If I'm not, I'm in the studio. Truly broke, never growing up. Call me Rufio, melody music maker. Reading all the papers, they say I'm up and coming like I'm fucking in an elevator. Cause you need me, man, I don't need you. You need me, man, I don't need you. You need me, man, I don't need you. It's all you need me, man, I don't need you. 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 It's all you need me, man, I don't need you.
So,
Okay, Ed Sheeran is one of my favorite artists of all time. Holy
say it.
I can't. I can't do it.
Amazing. Like, incredible.
He
Incredible.
is a musical genius.
That was the video, or like that was the song that started the whole loop pedal thing. And then when he realized he could do that, he's like, "Oh, I can do all my other songs on a loop pedal."
So that's where he got the idea then.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. And I think it's very interesting because I'm sure you know what my favorite line of that song is.
Yeah, I do.
But he has really kind of cleaned up his image because he knows he has a lot of younger fans. So there was a lot of lines in his songs that he actually didn't sing at the concert. He would have the audience sing for him, or
because he doesn't want to sing it,
or he would kind of bleep it.
Interesting. Censors himself for it.
Right. Like, this line is not super bad, but in his new album, he has a song called New Man, talking about like the new guy, his ex-girlfriend's going out.
Oh yeah.
And there's a line that talks about him having his asshole bleached.
Yeah.
And he didn't say it, but on the screen he had a peach emoji and the little okay emoji come up. And so he literally said, "Sing it." Like, he wouldn't say it because he knows he has a lot of young fans.
Yeah.
I was that person in the back screaming all the inappropriate lines.
Nice.
And my mom had to call me and go, "You have like 12-year-olds in front of you." I'm like, "Sorry."
Just be like, I don't give a fuck.
Right. Exactly. So, no, but he's so great. And the fact that he can do that live in front of an audience every night and not get distracted, because if you mess up one little stomp, it screws the entire rhythm up.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it will screw everything up.
Have you ever worked with a looper pedal?
I have one, yes.
Okay, I've just messed around with it. They're hard to work with.
I have his looper pedal, the one that he's using in that video.
Okay.
And I'm like, I can barely get 3 tracks going in time. How do you get like 50 going at the same time?
Yeah, 50 at the same time, but first try every time.
Right.
He's not messing it. Can I borrow your looper pedal? I want to practice.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
heck yeah.
Only if you can do that.
I will send you a video of me doing that.
Just that whole song.
Yep.
All 11 minutes of
Deal.
It. Great.
Deal.
Wonderful. But yeah, no, he's just such a great guy, and he's so humble too. Like, I feel like he's just
one of the coolest pop stars ever.
Yes, and you know what's funny is my mom, who does not like tattoos,
loves his.
she's like, he's like one of the only guys with tattoos that I think is really cute. And I'm like, really? And she's like, he's just so adorable, and they fit his personality. And I'm like,
Yep.
Well, there you go.
There you go.
There you go. So, yeah, it was amazing. If you ever get a chance to go see him, I highly recommend it. I feel like after this tour, he's going to go take a big, long nap.
Probably. I mean, he took like a huge hiatus,
Yeah.
you know, in between the two things, and he like took a break from social media and went and traveled the world, and
Good for him.
yeah, good for him.
Good for him.
Good for him.
Whew. All right. Hype me. I'm already hyped, but like, hype me up more.
Alrighty.
What we got?
So back to Warped Tour.
Yes.
The band, my favorite band right now is called Neck Deep. They are super, super good. It's a pop punk band. I love them. They're a lot like Boston Manor, but a little more pop, I guess. They're I don't know. They're more energetic. It's not as emo. You know what I mean?
Not
Yeah, not as emo. I have a song. I have no idea what the song is gonna be like because it dropped an hour ago.
Oh, so you haven't even heard it.
I haven't heard it. Haven't listened to it, haven't touched this song, so I'm just gonna debut it right here. You know?
Right.
I'm excited for it, but I want to talk about Neck Deep set. When I saw them for the first time, I saw them at Warped Tour a couple times, but the one that sticks out, I saw them at Rock City Studios right over here. And they were really, really good, but it was like a club. It was like just a band playing in a club.
Right.
I saw them at Warped Tour this year. They are so tight now.
Yeah.
They are tight together. They are like, it's a full performance now. Instead of just being like a band playing songs, it's a show.
Yeah.
And it is awesome. They kicked ass.
That's awesome.
So this is the brand new song. It's called In Bloom by Neck Deep, dropped an hour ago. Let's go ahead and play it. There might be
Let's see where this goes.
all right.
Almost 48 hours have passed since the fall of an atomic bomb and an attack upon the cities of man. And even now, we're only beginning to see the aftermath of a massive display of destruction and power that has uprooted our fragile sense of peace and civilized society. Despite the rubble, there's a predominant sense of wonder and marvel at the awesome nature of this technological juggernaut that bewilders the very core of the human mind.
Sometimes at night I let it get to me. And sometimes I'm sure it gets to all of us. And last night it had me down, I'm feeling numb. I can't try, but sometimes that is not enough. No, sometimes that is not enough. No, sometimes that is not enough. And stop calling me up. We're never going to put the pieces back together if you won't let me get better. And stop digging it up, or we're never gonna see it all and blow. And thinking back upon those days, way back when I was young, I was such a little shit, 'cause I was always on the run. Well, you know just what they say, just like father, then like son. Don't delude me with your sympathy, 'cause I could do this on my own. And this won't be the last time that I break down and wanna crawl to bed. 'Cause the truth is, you're the only voice I wanna hear in my head. So stop calling me up. We're never going to put the pieces back together if you won't let me get better. And stop digging it up, or we're never gonna see it all and blow. And stop calling me out. We're never going to put the pieces back together if you won't let me get better. And stop digging it up, or we're never gonna see it all and blow. All and blow.
very different sound for Neck Deep.
That was good.
was good. No, it was
really, really good. It's way different.
It's more poppier than punky. But
it's
like,
100% a different approach
yeah,
to what their music is, you know.
it's okay.
But it's still really good. It's
Yeah.
really good.
No, I like it.
If you guys like that, you can go check them out. It's just Neck Deep. Go look them up on Spotify or Apple Music. Check out their other music. It's a lot more punky. So
He's
I
punky.
I want you guys to listen to Neck Deep just for the more punky vibe, because their last song that they came out with was Motion Sickness.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome song.
Yeah.
Super good. Way punkier.
Yeah.
It's like a punk song.
But I like artists that can kind of cross over. And
Yeah,
do the couple
it's good.
different things.
It means they're versatile as musicians.
Yes, I agree, hands down.
Cool.
Well,
That was
This is
that's
fun.
that's the end of this.
this is our concert review. I'm going to play us out with my newest single. 'Cause
I'm stoked on it.
I'm going to self-promote myself. Why not?
Shameless plug.
Shameless plug. Why not? Yeah, so this is my new song that I released just last week called High Places. And I wrote this song about falling in love in the music industry.
Ooh,
Falling in love in
interesting.
the entertainment industry.
Interesting.
Let's clarify that. Because there's, and you can attest to this, being a musician or being an actor or being an actress or a writer or an artist or whatever, and maintaining healthy relationships is really
It's
hard.
impossible. It's so difficult.
Yeah.
People do it, but it's hard. It's one of the hardest tasks there are.
And if you can maintain it, there's so many. I put this in my release statement. Was there are so many seductions that come with fame.
Yep.
Like, just I mean, not even so much drugs and alcohol, but just things on the outside.
Yeah.
You know, temptations. You're traveling all the time. It's really hard to keep things going. So I wrote this song as kind of a love song. I don't write a lot of love songs, but this song is about like basically being with someone and being like, hey, I don't care if I'm famous. I don't care where I'm at. As long as you're with me, it's gonna be worth it.
Good message.
And then at the end, it says, if someday, my favorite line is, if someday I make my way to that big old stage, would you stay? So it's like, if I do get famous and like this does happen, will you stay around? Will you stick around? Will this be, you know,
Yeah.
will you be here?
Yeah.
So I think it's a really cool message. And I think a lot of people in Los Angeles or New York or Nashville can really relate to it.
Heck yeah.
So you can find it on iTunes, Spotify, Tidal, wherever you consume your music.
Nice.
And we're going to leave you with that. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm Lauren Dair.
I'm Adam Lusk.
This is The Music Project, and this is my new song, High Places.
I've got friends in high places, but I'd rather spend my time with you. I've got friends in high places, but they don't do it like you do. 'Cause they wake up in the morning and they never feel good. Plaster on a smile like they think they should. And I can't see you without me, 'cause they're doing stupid things that I don't condone, making big mistakes with no self-control, and I just can't do